Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I've been gone for like a really long time, a month to be exact. I have been pretty busy. My niece's first birthday was July 11th, and I had a bunch of family here and we had such a good time. I went on vacation I went to Waco, Texas and Vail, Colorado. It was wonderful. I got to do lots of hikes out in the forest. I got to see deer. I've never seen a deer in real life. They're huge, by the way, in case you were wondering. It was just, I needed a disconnect. I needed to take a week off and just not work. I needed to recharge my batteries, and if you guys have been following me on Instagram, you guys have been seeing all the pictures that I've been uploading and just what I've been up to. So without making this intro 75 years long, let me go ahead and get started. So this video has been long overdue, mostly because I had to practice on using the particular tool I'm going to be talking about today, and that is the GHD Platinum Styler. This is the Deep Scarlet, and this is you can get this on the GHD website or on Sephora. I purchased this with a $100 gift card that I got for converting my points as a Rouge member. And this has, I just want to give you a close-up, but let me just take my fingerprints off of them before I show this to you, so you can get a nice view. Okay, so it is red, and you guys know this is right up my alley. It's got this gold GHD right here with the gold accent, so the whole bottom is this really pretty gold all the way around. And I got the platinum because obviously I have very curly hair, and so this is the one suggested on the site for people with really curly hair. So really quick, this retails for $249. I only paid $149 for it. Now, the straightener I had before was a Chi that I've had for about 15 years, and I had to purchase a new one because I started to notice that it wasn't heating. Like, the heat is just like this one. So my Chi iron that I had, you couldn't choose your setting. You would just turn it on. It was like one of the original ones, and it would just get hot. So the GHD is the same. You don't have like an option to choose your temperature. And so I just started to notice that it wasn't straightening or curling my hair the same way anymore. And so I said, you know what, I'm gonna buy a new one and I'm gonna compare it. Maybe it's so old that it's just not heating anymore to its default setting. And I was right. The moment I got the new straightener, it was really straightening my hair. I wasn't having to do as many passes, and my hair was lasting. With the other one, with my Chi, I was finding that I was having to do way more passes on my hair than I would have done. I just started to notice these changes, so I invested in a new one. I heard great things about this, but before I obviously made my own review, I had to use it for a while, and I had to use it with different products, and I really wanted to learn how to curl with this straightener. So this straightener has rounded edges. I'm gonna wait for my camera to focus. It's got rounded edges, and that allows you to be able to curl the hair. My Chi iron also had rounded edges, so I was able to curl with that. I'm gonna go ahead and apologize for the background noise. Once again, there is construction across the street. Fun times. All right, so this is the reason why I chose this straightener. Now, people with I'm gonna just show you how curly my hair is so you can kind of get a view of like texture. So I have oily hair, and this is my hair after it's air dried. I don't blow dry my hair. I washed it last night and I let it air dry, and I am gonna style it this morning. So while it was wet last night, I applied the Chi 44 Iron Guard heat spray. I have the GHD heating spray. I just heat protectant spray, but I don't know why I didn't use it for this video. So I just applied a little bit of this on my hair last night while my hair was wet. I find that applying heating spray while my hair is wet styles my hair better than applying it when it's dry. And then I have the Chi Enviro 54 Natural Hold Hairspray. These are travel sizes, so this is 2 fluid ounces and this is 2.6 ounces. And I got this at Marshall's. I buy usually all of my Chi hair products at Marshall's because you get like a really good deal for them. And yeah, so really quick before we get started, I want you to know what this iron comes with. So this iron comes with this rubber guard that has where is it? Has GHD right on the tip. If you can see that, it's like almost perforated. And then you've got these slits on the side. This is heat resistant, so what happens is you don't have to wait for your iron to cool down. You just put this right on top and you can put it away or in the bag it comes with. So this iron comes with this beautiful, like, you know, leather, faux leather clutch, and it has these 3 little gold accents, and you unroll it and it's got these 3 magnets on the top. Now you don't have to use this for your iron, but I do, or you can literally use this like with any outfit because it's so cute. And then you've got like this huge pocket. You can put your iron in here. You can put your, like if you're traveling, you could put like your travel hair care in there as well. And then you just, let me just show you that one more time. It's going to magnetize shut, and then you just roll it, and then you can store it anywhere. All right, let's get started. The first thing that I do before I start ironing my hair is I grab my brush. I always use a wide brush like this. I have one medium hair clip. And then one small one. And I have a hair tie. So the way that I section my hair is right down the middle. For I've been doing that for about 6 months now. So I go ahead and take a small section, let me do that again, from the bottom. So I have the kind of haircut that I have right now is an angled shaggy bob. I love it. This is gonna be my hairstyle for a while. I can already tell because I love it so much. So once I have clipped that up with the medium hair clip, I then take this section on the bottom and I split it in 2. You don't have to do this the way that I'm doing it. Everybody has their own way of sectioning their hair. I tie this with the hair tie, and then I start with one section. Now, the look I'm going to be showing you is how to get that beach wave look with this iron. If you guys want to see how this straightens my hair, I can do a separate video showing you that. But I think that I wanted to start with this look first because it's the most challenging, and I feel like it's very hard to find a video with someone with curly hair. I mean, I don't have kinky curly hair, but my hair is pretty curly. That shows you really how you can achieve this look and really talk you through it, because I think there's a lot of things that are left unsaid that I had to figure out the hard way. And kind of just, again, trial and error, which is why it took me so long to upload this video. So I used that tiny little clip to clip up the rest of that section after I've divided it. I comb it out, just make sure there's no knots. Now, first trick I want to show you, and it's not a trick, it's a tip. If you want that soft beachy wave, the beach waves, you know, the ones that you get done at the salon, that everybody does, bigger sections is what you need versus smaller sections. You're not gonna get the same effect if you do smaller sections. So do about 3 fingers wide of a section, okay? So bigger sections versus smaller sections. Now let's turn on the iron. This heats up super quickly, which I truly appreciate. It makes that sound when you turn it on, and then this little button lights up, and then it'll make another sound when it's fully heated and it's ready to go. So literally it takes seconds. That's it, it's done, it's ready to go. All right, so for curly hair, this is what you're gonna do, so that you don't have to have a straightener and a curling iron out and use 2 different heating products. You can just do it with this one product. You are gonna comb out that section, make sure that there are no knots in it, okay? And the first thing that you are gonna do is you are going to just straighten the root, okay? Just the root, you don't have to bring the styler all the way down. So from the root, midway down your hair, okay? And once it's straight, you're going to grab the wand, you're going to twirl it and slowly bring it down. And then here you go. You have your first little curl. Now, the hair that I have on the bottom is obviously shorter than what I have on top because it's like an angled bob. So don't worry too much about the section, the first section on the bottom, because that's not what's gonna show. No one's ever gonna see that hair. It still will be curled, but because I don't have a lot of length on the bottom, I'm not gonna get the full ringlet, because remember, I want beach waves, so most of that hair is gonna be straight and it starts to curl midway through. So again, get a nice, you know, thick section of hair, at least 3 fingers wide. You're gonna comb it through, and then you're just gonna straighten from the root to mid shaft. I'm sorry, from the root to midway. Don't bring it all the way to the bottom. Okay, and then once you have achieved the level of straightness that you want, make sure there's no kinks in it, you're gonna grab your iron, you're gonna clamp it. See how I'm not clamping it at the root? Like 3 fingers down, like 3 inches down right there. Clamp it, turn it, and just bring it slowly, slowly down the hair. That's another tip. Slowly down your hair, so you don't have to do multiple passes and the curl really sticks. So here is another curl. Okay, now this section I'm gonna split because it's too much hair. So any piece that I'm not using, I clip up. I have a mirror here, so if you see me looking this way a lot, it's because I'm trying to gauge. Okay. Now we're gonna repeat the process. Just straighten. So I tried doing the whole thing where I would straighten my hair and then go in with a curling iron. First of all, I don't have that kind of time. That's a whole lot of work and a whole lot of heat for your hair. I just don't have the time. I may be applying the same amount of heat right now, but I'm saving myself a ton of time. I really didn't like that. Once I was done, like having two things out, having to plug both things in, no, it was not ideal for me. So then here is the second ringlet. So I said, you know, there has to be either some sort of machine that will, hair tool that will straighten and curl your hair at the same time. Or maybe I just need a better iron. And I just needed a better iron because my curl wouldn't hold with my chi, and it's just because it wasn't getting hot enough. So this curl, you can use this wand. See, I'm gonna do it the opposite way. I'm gonna do my curl the opposite way. So you wanna alternate your curls. But like I said, on the bottom section, it doesn't matter. You can literally do them all the same way. It's not gonna matter. So here is another ringlet. So you see how as my hair strands start to get longer, as I get towards the front, it starts to look more beach wave like. So with this piece, I'm gonna go ahead and just curl the bottom a little bit more. There, just complete that curl. I don't like the beach wave where it leaves the tip completely out and all the tips are straight. I don't like that look because to me it looks like your ends are burnt. So that's not what I will be doing. All right, so where's the little clip? Here it is. So I'm gonna just start on the other side. And you can alternate, you'll see me alternate the wands. So some people have different ways of curling their hair. So if you already curl your hair with a straightener, then, you know, do whatever feels comfortable for you. I think what's most important is that you just straighten the root to midway through the hair. So for example, this one, I'm gonna do inward. This is the way I've always done it. I just turn my wand and have the hair go right through it. And then kind of just fix the curl after it's gone through so that all the hair kind of stays together, like what I'm doing. And then here's another curl. And so I'm gonna finish this bottom piece and I'll be right back for the next section, so I don't bore you to death. Okay, here we are for the second section. So I'm gonna grab this hair that I have up here and I'm going to just, with my fingers, kind of eyeball it. You section the hair, just the crown. I'm gonna leave the crown. I also shed like an animal, so you're gonna see a lot of hair probably falling and floating away. So I'm just gonna hold that up there with my medium clip, and then I'm going to go ahead and pick up all the hair that I just brought down. And you're probably thinking to yourself, because I know the camera kind of doesn't pick this up very well, but you're like, oh Isabel, like how do you know now which hairs need to be picked up? Okay, the texture of my hair versus the texture of the hair that has already been ironed is very different and very distinct. So it's not very hard for me to see all the hair that I just brought down. So I just pick it up and okay, that piece, where is it? I know there's a clump right there. I could see it very, very distinct. It's very distinct for me. I know the camera doesn't pick it up and I'm really sorry, but you guys know what I'm talking about. All you girls with curly hair, if you have ever tried to style your hair with a curling one, you know, you can tell. All right, so let's hold that with a ponytail, and then let's get this side, and we're just gonna repeat the whole process. So I'm just gonna grab a section of hair. Remember, thicker pieces are what you want, but not too thick, obviously. All right, so let's clip this. It's gonna get crazy. My hair is gonna get crazy. Grab that section. Another reason I use a comb, obviously you don't wanna, like, you know, apply heat to your hair if you haven't taken out all the knots. But I use this wide tooth comb instead of something like smaller, because this is much easier to grab my hair in than anything else. And it spreads all my hair apart while the iron is traveling through it, so that heat is really distributing itself on every piece of hair. All right, so once you've reached the desired you know, straightness, you're gonna go back with the iron. So as you can see, this piece of hair is much longer than all the other pieces that I've done. So I think here you're gonna really be able to see. I'm gonna turn this one in. And really bringing that iron down slowly is the biggest tip that I can give you. If you pass the iron quickly, for me, that doesn't hold my curl. And by the time that I am done doing this section, all the curls of all the previous pieces I've done are gone. So really passing that curl slowly is the trick. And this is the little ringlet you get. So see, as the pieces of my hair get longer, the ringlets get nicer. You start to get that beach wave look. Now, I have oily hair, which is why I don't apply a ton of hair product. If you don't have oily hair, continue to apply the same amount of product you usually apply. If I apply too much hair product, and I never apply any of these products to the root of my hair, it's usually just the tail of my hair, because I don't want to add any more grease to my hair. So that's why I don't, you know, apply any additional products. So as I am just straightening the root, and again, I'm only bringing that down halfway through. Now I feel like in a lot of these hair videos, they really don't show you. I think they kind of speed through the process. They don't show you how long you should be, like how slow you should be going down the hair shaft. They go kind of really quick, and I find that your curl won't last that way. And I think that because I was doing that at the beginning, because I was watching these videos, I was really frustrated because I couldn't get a curl to stay in my hair. If I straightened my hair while it was curly and just went from the root curling it out, I would have Shirley Temple curls. It wasn't that beach wave curl, and my hair can really hold a curl. So it's not like those curls would eventually like straighten out. No, that's how they'd stay. So I had to quickly figure out that you have to straighten the base and then curl it. The reason why I don't bring the hair iron all the way down to the base of the hair, to the end of the hair, is because first of all, you're applying heat that you don't need. Second of all, it is much harder for my hair to hold a curl if I completely straightened it than if I straighten my natural hair. So that was another tip that nobody told me. No one explained to me. I kind of had to figure that out on my own, and really just using that iron and really traveling slowly down the hair shaft. And if you guys notice, I'm holding the other piece of my hair to keep it within the iron so that none of those pieces of hair end up falling out of the iron and then you have to go back and apply more heat. So let me just show you. That's that ringlet. And then we just continue the process. So it doesn't really matter how you choose to alternate your curls. My recommendation, if this is the look that you like, my recommendation is it doesn't matter which way you rotate your curls, as long as when you get to the front sections, the curl is going away from your face. That's how I like my beach waves, because I don't know about you guys, but I cannot have hair in my face or in my eyes. I just can't stand it. And if I do the curl inward, my hair is in my face the whole day. I can't handle it. So, therefore, again, doesn't matter which way you curl your hair. So see how I'm holding the end of my hair, because I want to make sure it doesn't spread out and that it's all traveling through the iron very, very slowly. Okay, so you might have to kind of organize the curl once it comes out, okay? Or if you don't want to, just let it do its thing. So let me just pick this up so you guys can see it. So this was that curl. See how I've got like little different sections? And so I have this little piece where there's sort of like this break. You see that? You see that break right there? If you don't like that, just take out that piece and just recurl it. Now, when you're doing a smaller piece, I highly suggest you move quickly, because you don't want to burn that piece of hair. So there you go. Just leave it there. All right. So I'm gonna get another piece and I'll be right back. All right, so now I'm ready for that front section. Now, so my hair gets really curly here at the root. It has like this kink in it, and those hairs there are not as thick or coarse as the rest of my hair. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just kind of section that off so I can bring the iron directly to as close as the root as I possibly can. But I'm gonna have to section it in little pieces. But again, I'm just doing that little section. I'm actually going to curl the whole piece of hair together. I just want to get the kinks out first. So this iron really allows me to get to the root of my hair. You guys saw how close I got there, right? Let me do that one more time, because I need to get that kink out. So like I'm literally pulling my hair and I'm just getting to the root right there. All right, now this is the front section. So I'm just gonna grab this whole section of hair. I'm gonna comb it out, make sure there are no knots in it. And then this piece of hair the curl has to go away from my face. So I'm gonna 3 inches away from the root, clamp it, I twist it, and then I slowly bring that down my hair. Now this iron heats up at 365 Fahrenheit, and both plates have sensors, so it keeps that temperature consistent throughout the hair. And then there's the curl. So gonna let that fall, and then let me do this side as well. So I don't have that many kinks on this side of my hair. I don't know if this happens to you, but one part of my hair is less curly than the other. Slightly, you can't really tell unless I really point it out. But so this is gonna go away from my face. Curl has to go away from the face. So because both plates have sensors, it really helps keep the temperature even as you're running your iron through it. And so, hold on a second. There is that curl. Now don't worry if they're not perfectly symmetrical, okay? That's the whole point of having beach waves. Not all of them are supposed to look the same. So that's the beauty of, you know, kind of doing like curly hair, is that no curl is the same. So I'm gonna go ahead and take down the top portion of my hair, which is the crown. I'm gonna make sure I part it down the middle. Usually my hair falls where it needs to fall, but in the event that it doesn't, I am gonna section this off. Tie one side. And then I'm gonna get started. All right, so I just repeated the same process on the crown of my head, and I just left the pieces in the front undone so I can kind of just show you guys. So really quick, something I wanted to mention, as you can see, these are the ringlets. When I separated the crown, the two back pieces, I curl inward, and then all the pieces from there forward, I curled outward. You don't have to do this. You can do it however you want. That's just how I did it. Sometimes I spice it up and I will literally alternate, which is fine, but I just felt like doing it like that this time. And so I always work from the back forward, because it's just easier for me. And I just left the front pieces undone. So what I did was, with my iron, again, I separated this into little pieces to get the kinks, because my hair gets curly here at the root. And so in order for me to get that, I have to really go in with the iron. And so again, you know, 3-inch piece, make sure there are no knots in there, and then 3 inches down, twist your iron, and then slowly bring it down. The trick is really moving slowly down the hair shaft. So this iron is known for not frying your hair, so 365 degrees is what their scientists determined was the perfect temperature for hair without frying it and without damaging colored hair. So if you dye your hair, this is perfectly safe for those of you who have dyed hair. And another little fun fact, this is GHD stands for Good Hair Day. which I didn't know. Of course, you guys know I'm usually always late to the game. And this is a British brand. You can also find this styler on QVC. I forgot about that. QVC has this red one. GHD, their website, has all the colors. So they have like blue, pink, silver, white, black. All right, so once you have the ringlets, I don't comb anything out until I've let it set for a little bit. Sorry. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn off my iron. So in order to turn this off, you gotta press and hold the power button. And wait until you hear that noise. That's how you know that it's off. I'm gonna go ahead and put the rubber guard on it because I don't have to wait for it to dry. This is perfectly fine, and I'm just gonna set it on my desk here. By the way, I just want you to know that while off camera, I almost burned my computer keyboard because it fell on it really quick, and I had a piece of hair, and it was a hot mess. If the camera would have been turned on, I would have left that reel in for you guys to laugh. But anyways, let's get back to this video. So I leave the ringlets as they are, and I'm gonna go in with the Chi hairspray. Open it, shake it up, and then let me stand up. So I just wanna show you the way that I don't get super close. This is a very fine mist. And I leave like a decent amount of space between the hairspray and my hair, just because you don't want the crunchy effect, okay? You don't want crunchy curls. No one wants crunchy curls. You want a curl that has a flexible hold. So make sure that the hairspray you're using has a flexible hold. I do put a little bit on the top of my hair just to help with my flyaways, just to help tame those. And then I wait for my hair to set for about 10 minutes. I leave it like this with hairspray in it before I decide to comb it out. Now you can comb it out with a brush, or you can comb it out with your fingers, whatever your preference is, but I'll be right back to show you that process. I'm gonna wait for this to set for 10 minutes. All right, so what do I mean by setting my hair? So the reason I wait about 10 minutes for my hair to set is because I've given my hair more than enough time to completely cool off. And why is that important? So that's usually important because it makes the curl last longer. If you brush out the curl while the curl is still hot, it's not really gonna stay. It's gonna be limp, it's gonna eventually die down, so you wanna wait until the hair is completely cooled down all the way up until the root before you brush it out. You can brush out your curls with your fingers, you can brush out your curls with like a fine tooth comb if you prefer that. I'm gonna use my same brush because I find that this is the most convenient for me after I've applied hairspray. So I'm just going to run the brush all throughout the hair. Okay. And then just look at that. And then voila, there are your little cute peach waves. This will eventually just sag slightly, so they'd be a little bit, tiny bit more, you know, straighter if that's what you're into. I like it. This is the perfect amount of volume for me. You can run your fingers through it. You can do whatever you want to your hair, but pretty much this is the whole process. This is how you achieve this look. And then now I want to get into how I store my iron. So this iron comes with this little plastic thing over the plug. Now I keep it on there just so that it always keeps this part dry and safe, as you don't want to get, since you're using this tool usually in the bathroom, you don't want to get any slight drop of water on that. So I always keep that on there before I plug it in. And then you have your iron. You're gonna put your rubber guard on it. Now what I don't do with this iron, even though this cord rotates 360 degrees, I don't wrap my cord around my iron. So I was told by one of my hairstylists that I had for a really long time. She says if you want your curling iron, your flat iron to really last a long time, never wrap the cord tightly around the tool. It messes, it just gives a lot of wear and tear and that tugging to the little piece that's in there that holds it together. Now, I don't know how true that is. That's just what I've always done, and it's worked for me. So what I did was, this iron came like wrapped up. Even when you buy a tooling, hair tool, you always see that the cord is never wrapped. It's always folded, like you see, like so. So this already has the indentation of when I bought it. So it's very lightly folded. So I just follow the natural curve of the cord. And that's how I place it into the bag. And see how there's like 6 inches to 5 inches that's completely straight. And then what I do is I just kind of hold it like that, and that's how I place it inside the bag. So let me open this. Then I grab it and I just place it in there. Oh, like so. I magnetize everything back up, and then I fold it. And then this is how it looks with the iron stored inside. My overall thoughts about this iron. By the way, if you are still here, thank you. I know this video has been long, but there's been a lot of information I wanted to give you. I love this iron. It's not frying my hair. The heat comes from both plates evenly, and it has this sensor that makes sure that both plates maintain the same amount of temperature. I think that's like, if you split 365 Fahrenheit into, I think it's like 182 per plate, which makes a huge difference because every piece of your hair is getting the same amount of heat, which allows you to be able to do kind of that single pass if you are trying to straighten your hair. Now, I wanted to do this video because I wanted to show you how well this works on a curly hair and how you really are able to achieve that like beach wave look with this iron without all the fancy edits. You guys know what I'm talking about. A lot of videos, there's so much editing that I feel like it really cuts out that main part for you to see what that curl looks like, you know, after you've just finished doing, you know, twisting that wand. Now, I hope that I've been able to provide some good insight and information on how to obtain beach waves just using one styler on curly hair. A lot of the videos that I watch, you sometimes have to straighten the hair and then curl it. Some women can get away with just using the curling iron straight from the get-go. I can't. And I kind of explained to you guys that at first. Another reason besides the Shirley Temple look that you get is curly hair is very curly at the roots. So what tends to happen is if you don't straighten that out before you start to curl, you're gonna end up with a bunch of like your roots are still gonna look curly. It's not gonna flow. You're not gonna get the look that you see on TV and on these videos. I wanted to make my own video because, guys, I tried so many times to curl my hair with so many things. I tried the T3, I tried doing it with the iron. I tried doing it with the iron several times, and I couldn't understand why my hair was not looking like what I was seeing on these videos. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? What am I missing? And it's just kind of like a lack of detail, I think. And I think too is that everybody's hair is different. So I really had a hard time finding somebody who had really curly hair like I did, and also had oily hair, because I think that's important. I want you to know that I only applied product, those 2 products I showed you, to the tail of my hair. Never did I apply that to the base. I only lightly sprayed the top just to help with the flyaways, but you don't even have to do that if you don't want to. But yeah, after having this iron for a month and using it in so many different ways, I really like the GHD. I really recommend this iron. It has a 3-year warranty. You just register, you can register your iron online, or when you call them, I think you just need to keep your receipt to show proof of purchase. I've never gone through that process, so don't take what I say with a grain of salt, because since I just got this iron, I haven't had a problem with it. I haven't had to return it, but if I ever have to, that will be a video for another day. Again, if you guys want to see me using this iron to straighten my hair, please let me know in the comments below, and I will go ahead and do that for you guys. But I really love this. I love that it comes with this pouch where you can store it. For the longest time, my chi was stored in a Vera Bradley heat protectant case that I had to buy separate. So I'm really glad that this comes with its own case. And I really love that it comes with that rubber guard, because I always was afraid that I was gonna burn the case, even though it said it was heat protectant. So I kind of would leave it out a little bit. A lot of the times, you know, you forget it on the counter, and somebody who comes behind you doesn't know the iron's hot, boom, they burn themselves. So I think it's a really useful little thing to have, because I automatically put that rubber guard on it. Another thing this has is a smart timer. So if this iron has not been used for 30 minutes, it'll automatically shut off. My chi did not have that technology. It was from the dinosaur ages. That technology didn't even exist back in that time. So I really always had to remember to turn it off. But yeah, anyways, I love this. I know that it's really pricey, but like I said, I haven't bought an iron in 15 years. So I hope this lasts just as long for $249. If you have a gift card, I suggest you kind of use that for this, because it'll really lighten the blow. A lot of the times too, sign up for the GHD emails, because their website has been running 20% off promotions, where it's 20% off the entire site. So you can actually get this for 20% off. So that pretty much completes this video. I'm gonna stop rambling, and I hope this was informative. I hope that you loved it. If you have any questions, leave me a comment down below, and I will try my best to answer those questions. Thank you so much, guys, and have a nice day. Bye.